on the back. We usually do. I'm going to have a blanket roll under my neck, pillow under the back horizontally, and then another horizontal pillow under the knees. So if you've got those props, you feel like using them, you can set them up now. And if you have them, or if you don't have them and you just want to lay flat on your back, that works too. Allow yourself to get set up. There will be a little space in between the top blanket and the top pillow. And that space you can use for your arms, which can come out into a T.
Fall into the bay.
Allow yourself to get settled here. Take a deep breath into the nose, rise, feel the rise of the belly, notice all the air coming into the body. And then open the mouth, sigh it out. Feel free to do that one or two more times. Beginning to draw inward. Noticing how you feel in this moment today.
Dad's ghost put it there.
Alex calls family friend John Carter Cash, son of the late Johnny Cash.
Allow the face to hang heavy.
I've got this cassette tape of this
Head
song that
hanging
nobody
heavy.
has heard before. However, it was an old
Eyes,
tape recording.
cheekbones, and jaw all soften.
The pitch would go up and down.
The Cash Cabin's audio engineer, Chuck Turner, plays me that original cassette tape, just as Alex discovered it.
As you can hear,
The tip of your tongue can rest broadly on the roof of the mouth, behind the teeth.
Desperate to perfect their father's voice on such a sentimental tune. Boys,
Feel the eyeballs heavy in the skull.
for someone who can restore the sound of their dad singing the way is loved.
How far did you have to go?
To the end of the
Well, the breath to deepen.
Carter had a meeting with one of our guys from Sony and said, oh, we have this project and we're
Inhaling to
interested in
fill the belly with air.
I know a guy who's in Germany who specializes in this kind of stuff.
And exhaling, expelling all the air out of the body, pressing navel to spine.
Heartbreaking. It's almost like a Roy Orbison song.
Is all hope lost, or has dad left his boys another surprise?
Is it a coincidence, or are you guys playing with us?
It gave me cold chills. Like, wow.
That's next on Straight.
wow.
We will breathe down the body together, starting with breathing into the back of the
How
throat.
about all of them?
You'll inhale and direct all of your air to the throat.
Ramones definitely. I don't know about
Big
Alvarez
breath
Chipmunk.
in, full exhale out. Next, the chest. Inhale. Notice the chest expand
I
wide.
just did my delicate, so don't thank me too much. So I'll put it in the dryer, because most of it won't go in the dryer. Sorry to disappoint you.
On your next inhale, breathe to the solar plexus, the space in between the heart and the belly button.
An artist covered Roy Orbison's Oh Pretty Woman. The answer is A.
Oh.
Alvin and the Chipmunks
Wow.
recorded the
See
song
if you could
for the
slow
1990
your
album
breath
Rock and Roll
down.
Decade.
It's 2013 in Nashville.
Next
and almost
inhale
25 years since the
into
release
the
of
belly.
Roy Orbison's Mystery Girl album. Roy's three sons want to package a 25th anniversary re-release, this time with bonus tracks from the vast music library they inherited. One ballad in particular, The Way Is Love, has never been heard in public. Alex hunts down the
On your
recording
next
among
breath, you'll
thousands,
breathe
but it's
into
very
the
low
pelvic
quality.
floor. Release the muscles, any tension.
And the brothers cannot agree on what to do next.
I wouldn't release it like that. I like the hiss. Roy by himself, you can't beat it. So I have a little bit more of an obstacle, like what are we going to add to this? Or
And
are we
this
gonna
final
come up
deep
with a
inhale.
masterpiece?
Send the air all the way down the
Got
legs
a mustache in the
to
model.
the toes.
The thing was the way I loved the quality of the actual recording didn't pass the mustard on its own.
The audio is so bad, they can't even be sure what the words are.
As we were working on it, listening to the old recording, we're all struggling and writing down all these words.
Just when it seems it's time to pull the plug on The Way Is Love, the team has a
And then just
breakthrough.
continue this breathing
Couple weeks go
pattern.
by, and I'm in one of Johnny Cash's filing cabinets looking through song lyrics.
Deeper inhales and exhales. You don't have to focus on where you're sending the air. Just deepening the breath.
Is it a coincidence, or are you guys playing with us? That's amazing.
Yeah, really neat. It gave me cold chills when I found the lyrics. It's like, wow.
Then comes a surprise call from those German engineers. Using a new supercomputer, they find a solution to restore
You
Roy's
goddamn
vocals.
German.
Remember what it sounded like before?
So we took it from that and came up with this.
Wow. Wow. Did you
Allow yourself to set an intention for this
Now
class.
that they've recovered their dad's voice, the brothers are ready to do something they have wanted to do since they were kids. Record a song with their father, Roy with his boys.
I asked
And you'll begin to bring gentle movement back into the body. Swaying the hands and
Did
feet
anyone say that's a crazy
from
idea?
side to
Or
side.
you're all in?
No, we were all in.
Everyone's finally ready to rock and roll.
Rotate the
Roy
head
Jr., Wesley,
from
and
side
John
to
Carter
side.
Cash agree to play guitar. Alex will play drums, and all of Roy's boys will sing backup vocals.
Listening
Begin
to it
to
in its raw form even,
push the blanket off the mat.
fixed up, cleaned up, and with you guys added on? Wow. What would your dad
And you
say?
can bring the legs in. Either
It's
scoot
About to
the
fulfill their
top
childhood
pillow
fantasy,
under the
they
hips
feel something
and
they
move the
never
body
anticipated.
up so that the
Right.
pillow is under the
Come up
hips.
and I was thinking about playing to this big deal.
You can hug the knees in. Gentle counter stretch from the heart opener that we started with. And then rock the knees over to one side. You can scoot your hips in the opposite direction. Opening the arms up to a T.
Sons have restored a homemade recording
Moving
of
into
their
a supported
song called
twist.
The Way Is Love.
Top hands can come to the top, or sorry, the
Your dad's voice.
hand closest to the top leg
It was just
can
like
serve as a counterweight.
It was surreal, but also a familiar feeling.
As they prepare to record the orchestration and backup vocals, they get an unexpected case of the butterflies.
I was nervous the night before. I couldn't sleep.
And then you'll come back to center,
So that was like skydiving.
changing the knees to the other side, scooching the hips to the other side.
I remember specifically thinking this is one of the toughest songs we could do. It's not quick, it's not technical, but it's free flowing.
Allow yourself throughout this practice to notice where you're feeling the stretch,
Were there tears?
Tears of joy, kind of.
breathing into those places that need a little extra space, a little extra attention.
Just to hear the voice,
Beautiful.
because that's the voice
You'll roll to the back,
after all these years.
lift up off the pillow,
But it gave us a chance to get in.
move that to the side.
Like your dad's.
Yeah.
You can move the bottom pillow off the mat as well, giving yourself a big stretch, arms overhead, feet stretching down,
The 25th anniversary edition of
and then
Roy
grab
Orbison's
the
Mystery Girl is
right
released on
wrist,
May
drag it
20th,
over to the
2014.
left.
The
For a
box
big
set includes
half crescent moon stretch. Feet can follow to the left corner of the mat.
Premiere here at Delcourt in Nashville. And then we did one at Grammy Museum in LA.
Weston was like, man, now the album's out, like, when are we gonna do it again?
I can't even tell you how much it meant. This location.
And then coming back to center, drag
Johnny was our
the
dog.
left wrist over to the right side.
John Carter is my first
And
friend.
again, feet can come to the right corner of the mat.
We're still just kids.
Crescent
running around.
moon on the floor.
Big boys came.
Did this one twice.
My trip to Nashville wouldn't be complete without a private guitar lesson from Roy Orbison Jr., that is.
Okay, watch this. Open, and then there on the same string.
And now come back to center.
Okay, got it.
Allow the feet to come in. We'll take a couple of dynamic bridges here. Planting the feet firmly on the ground. Lift all the toes, spread them out, and then press them back into the floor. Hands lower down to your sides. And on your inhale, you'll rise up through the hips, lifting the arms, moving on your breath.
Unreleased material? Well, here's the story. Back in the early 1970s, Orbison became disenchanted with his record label, MGM Records, and left. Some of the
Aiming
albums
to
he
connect
recorded with MGM
breath with the body
shelved.
movement.
Another project for Roy's three sons and his next generation of fans. I'm Jamie Colby for Strange Inheritance. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, you can't take it with you. Do you have a Strange Inheritance story you'd like to share with us? We'd love to hear.
Cool.
And potentially penetrate 50 miles.
Seems like all the
Taking
greats,
one more of these in your own time.
have died. Some of them have died so young.
Oh gosh, that's about the views of the Kennedys.
Yeah.
Tragedy, tragedy, tragedy.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Looks like there were some good movies you recorded.
Is that
You
right?
can hug the knees in. Feel free to take a happy baby here.
I
You can
just
clasp the toes,
click.
the shins, the sides of the feet. Extend one foot up toward the sky. And then the other rocking on the sacrum. All the while pressing your tailbone down into the mat.
You wanna watch that one?
Sure.
I might fall asleep, so there you go.
And then grab behind the thighs. Gently begin to rock all the way up. Seated.
For a 3-hour tour nap with Mama. We'll try to wait till we go to bed for
And from seated, you can sit up on a blanket if you'd like.
3 hours.
You don't have to. I'll start with rolling the shoulders up to the ears, setting them down the back. Chin slightly tucked, crown of the head reaching up. Left fingertips float down, right arm rises up, reaching up tall. Tall, 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 and then exhale over to the left for a side bend. Ground down through the right sit bone. And then the back, hand comes to the back of the head. Move the elbow back in space. Inhale and breathe. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Move into a cat-cow motion.
The aurora borealis lights the green things.
One more of these. Inhale, elbow back up. Release the hand. Come all the way back to center. Shake that out. You can roll the shoulders just a bit. Change the cross of the legs.
Good.
This time, right fingertips float down, left arm rises up, stretching all the way up to the ceiling. Again, chin is slightly tucked, crown of the head extending tall. And then exhale, side bend over to the opposite side. Ground down through the left sit bone. Hand comes to the back of the head. Elbow comes back in space. Inhale, and your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, elbow comes all the way back up. Release the hand from behind the head. Bring all the way back to center.
There you go.
Tilt the head from side to side. Maybe use the hand for some support, stretching into the neck.
Yeah, machine gun, there you go.
Awesome. Great job. And then from here, if you have a strap handy, you can grab that. Your feet will come all the way out. I'll actually do this on the side here. And if you don't have a strap, you could just clasp your toe with the fingers and keep the knee bent. What we're going to do is wrap the strap around the right foot. This is called archer pose. The strap will be long, elbow comes to the just to the side body. Opposite hand comes back for support, and then you'll lift up through the foot, pressing the ball of the foot into the strap as you lift. This is kind of like a hamstring stretch here. Also strengthening through the leg at the same time. Then you'll change hands on the strap, moving into a twist. Inhale, come back to center. Release the foot down. You'll move the strap to the other foot. When you're ready, left hand is holding the strap around the left foot, rising the foot up. Taking the hand in the opposite side, strap in the opposite hand, there it is. Twisting to the left, raising up through the foot. Twisting from the mid-back. And on your next inhale, come back to center, place the foot down. Remove the strap, shake that out. We'll move over the legs into all fours where we won't stay for very long. The hands will come just under the elbows. Press the thumb and forefinger on each hand into the ground. You can sway the hips from side to side. Then you're going to tuck the toes and press the hips up and then back into a downward dog. Feet are about hip width apart. See if you can press a little bit of weight, a little bit more weight into the heels. Pressing the floor away with the hands. Shake the head yes and no. We're going to make this a little bit dynamic. So, taking the right hand to the left shin. Inhale it back to the floor. Left hand to right shin. Twist. Back to the floor. And keep moving like this a few times. Feel free to pause to hold the twist at any point. each side.
Mhm.
What the hell?
And then you'll settle back into the down dog. Shake the head. Allow the neck to fully relax here. Then you'll inhale, right leg will lift. Press the heel back. See if you can keep the hips level. You might have to drop the right hip slightly. Equal weight in the hands. And then stack the hips. Bending the knee, breathing into the side body. Inhale it back to center, three-legged dog. Leveling the hips once more. And then place the foot down. Then you'll raise up the left leg. Press the heel away from the body. Roll the ankle here if that feels good. Keep the hips level. And then begin to stack the hips one on top of the other. Bend the top knee. Maybe gaze at the foot from under the right armpit. Steadying the weight between the hands and the grounded foot. Inhale, come back to center. Three-legged dog, foot stays lifted. And then exhale, let the foot come all the way through. And then you'll rotate the body around to the long edge of your mat for a side runner's lunge. We'll just move on the wide edge of the mat today, just a few times through. The foot on the extended leg can stay grounded for now. We'll pop the toes up in a bit. Walk the hands out if that feels okay on the body. And hands come back in. You'll shift the weight over to the opposite foot. Again, keeping the long edge of the grounded foot flat. Again, you can walk the hands out here, feeling the stretch in the inner thigh. Hands come back in and then shift the weight once more to the first side. This time you can pop the toes on the extended leg. Left hand can ground, right hand can reach up. And the hand can come down. We'll do that again on the next side. Popping up the toes, reaching up with the left hand. Thinking about turning the heart up toward the ceiling, getting that twist. Gaze can be soft still, even though it's elevated. And then hand can come down. We'll come all the way up. Standing forward fold. So feet are parallel or possibly slightly pigeon-toed. Now inhale to grow tall. And then as you exhale, extend the crown of the head forward. Spine stays flat. You can use your core, feeling that engage as you come down. Eventually rounding through the spine. You can change the space between your feet if that feels better for the body. Hands can be on the floor, or they can be on the shins or the legs. Let's take right hand to left shin, left hand to the sacrum for a twist. And then switching sides, left hand to right shin, right hand to the sacrum. Inhale back to center. You can keep the hands where they are, or you can stretch them out farther in front of you for a wide leg downward dog.
Here you are. Here I am. To teach you how not to die.
And then you'll bring the hands wherever they're at. Come back to center. Heel toe the feet in to a standing forward fold. Feet come about hip width apart. You can sway the body from side to side. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center, heel toe the feet out to shoulder width. And then come into a squat.
You can lose yourself completely out there.
Settling back just briefly.
And be gone. All right.
Reaching the hands forward. If you have a pillow around, you can bring that to the mat or under the knees. You'll come all the way down to the spine. Take any last movements that you'd like here. We'll spend about a minute here actually. This might be a good place to elevate the legs. We won't do this in this class too much, but coming into some sort of inversion might feel good here. So you could either just keep the feet pointed straight up at the ceiling, breathing here. You could also come into shoulder stand, where you rock your hips off the floor. Support the lower back with the hands. Just like this. Taking care to press the back of the head into the mat.
That sounds on you?
I don't know what I got on me.
She found a popsicle.
And then wherever you are, allowing yourself to roll out slowly, one vertebrae at a time. You can counter stretch this with fish pose. Elbows are into the sides. Scooch the crown of the head, opening through the neck. Crown of the head comes toward the floor, opening through the chest. Relaxing back down. And then setting up for your final Shavasana today. I've got a pillow under the knees. I'm also going to place a pillow, since we've got it right here, under my spine, long direction. Your choice there.
Hanging out on the shoulders.
Okay, you could just shake it out. Let all that go. Palms face up or face down, or hands on the belly. Relax through the face. Maybe take another big deep breath in. And open the mouth and sigh it out. Allow yourself the space to settle in here. And come back to the intention you set in the beginning of class. Notice anything that's changed for you in class today. Feel free to adjust your intention to fit throughout the rest of your day. Allow yourself to fully let go. If you don't have anywhere to be, feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. Otherwise, invite the breath back into the body. Bring your awareness back to the physical body. Invite in a deep inhale. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes. You can stretch up overhead. Feet can come in halfway and then roll to your right side.
You know how I tuck them up?
Yeah.
Tuck it.
Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands can come to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Please take what you need from this practice and leave the rest. Namaste.